Hey you guys, this is gonna be a reading from me again. Well, I mean, who else would it be from? This one's gonna be on messages from your future self. I know I promised to do that one. Or actually I didn't promise anything, but that's what you guys wanted to hear recently. So yeah, I'm slowly working my way through semi requests, I guess, because I gave you options. So they will be coming out whenever they come out. I don't know. I haven't really been posting as much as I wanted to originally, or as I was last year in the last 2 or 3 months that I've been doing tarot readings. But hopefully I'll actually start doing that again because I miss it, and doing it once a week isn't exactly what I want to do anyway, because that just sounds like it's not enough personally. But yeah, so far that's what I've had the time to do in the past, I think, 3 weeks. But anyways, this is again gonna be messages from your future self, and I am using the spiritual tarot for the cards you get to pick from, but I've pre-shuffled and pre-picked the rest of the cards. So let's see. Okay, pile 1, messages from your future self. Nice. Pile 2, messages from your future self. Oh, thank you. Awesome. And then pile 3, messages from your future self. Actually, this one. Cute. Okay, pile 1, we have the Emperor. Again, this is a little deck, it only has the major arcana. Pile 2, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Amazing stuff. These are super pretty. And then pile 3, we have Strength. So please pick your pile, and I'll let you choose in silence, and then we'll begin in maybe 5 seconds, God knows. But yeah. I am gonna start with pile 1, which is the Emperor. Cool. What I'm getting from this is the message from your future self is to actually believe in yourself. There's a unicorn here on his finger with the Emperor here, and what I'm getting from it is that you are someone of importance. You are building a character that is incredibly important. You may already be there already, but you'll be skyrocketing to a new dimension of power, quite frankly. But for you to do that, it also means to actually believe in the eccentric ideas that you have sometimes, the esoteric, whatever the ideas are that may seem really weird. Walk forward, because you are allowed to. You can do it. Basically, give yourself permission to shine. Give yourself permission to actually be the authority you know you can be, because people are looking up to you. So you need to actually have the what's it called, the self-confidence rather than the self-doubt to continue forward as well. So yeah, let's see what the rest of your cards have. The next card is from the Bad Girl Oracle, and I only implemented it because you guys love these. But we have the Demon Mother, and I actually adore this card. It's one of my absolute favorites, because like, what the fuck is the Demon Mother? But I'm gonna read this one from the Oracle, and let's see what it has to say about the Demon Mother. when I find it, this book doesn't have a what's it called, a thing that tells you the page numbers or whatever. Okay, there we are. The Demon Mother. Here we go. The Demon Mother is a vessel of mysterious creative power. In horror, the Demon Mother appears in forms such as the Archaic Mother, a monstrous womb, or as a literal or figurative parent to unholy offspring. Her ability to gestate life draws anxious projection from those seeking to control her, but also commands fascination and awe. When pulled upright, the Demon Mother may signal that your creative power and ability to manifest are strong. She may signal you to take care of yourself mentally and physically, and to apply the same care and patience to yourself as you do your creation. You may also find comfort in a reliable, loving presence that can help guide you to your goals. In any case, you are on your way towards creating something no one will be able to forget. When pulled in reverse, the Demon Mother may signal that your process has hit some snafus, or you may be at an impasse. You may also be reluctant to take on new projects from dwelling on past failures, or you may consider backing out of something you've already started. Ask yourself if completion is worth the risks you're currently taking on. Upright, manifestation, patience, fecundity, completion. Reversed, reneging, delays, stasis. Oh shit, I didn't realize this was centered. Okay, what I'm getting from this is exactly the same message as this. I think it's pretty clear that you have the power here. You have authority over a project that you're creating, and you need to decide whether or not you need to continue with this project. That's what your future self is saying. It's also saying that you can back out at any point in time within reason if you know that it won't be fruitful. But for the most part, I feel like it will be fruitful. So your future self is actually telling you to continue, but have the confidence in yourself to trust yourself enough to know when to back out as well, basically. So if there's a small part of you that just doesn't want to do a specific part, fine, delegate it to someone else, if you can anyway, but you don't have to do it all on your own. Yes, you will be doing most of it on your own, but if you didn't want to do specific parts of a project, you can definitely delegate, basically. So yeah, but either way, you will be in a position of power, so just trust yourself. The next cards we have are from the Flon's playing cards deck, because I love it. It's yeah, that's it. We have the Jack of gosh, what is that? Trees, which means wands, but what is the actual card called? Because this would be the Knight of Wands. Oh no, what's a tree in normal cards? Clubs? I think it's clubs, but if it's not, sorry, yikes. I know what it is in actual tarot, but there we are. 10 of diamonds, so that's 10 of pentacles, and also the Queen of clubs, which is the Queen of wands. At least I hope it's clubs, because it's definitely not spades. Shit. Okie dokie. So with the Jack of clubs here, be careful, because there may be someone coming towards you who is relatively young, who may not have the best of intentions. Doesn't matter if they're male, female, non-binary, whatever. But at the same time, if this is about you, you have a lot of creative ideas that you want to propel forwards, but you may not know how to well, you know how to begin, because you will be throwing yourself into this project, whatever you're doing, basically. Relationship, actual job offer, opportunity, whatever the thing is, you're going head first into it. Just be careful not to trip over yourself, basically, because Knight of Wands is capable of making mistakes, or they are likely to stop themselves from actually achieving the best of their abilities, because they feel like, I don't know, they're scared, they want to stop because they're constantly doubting themselves, things like that. Either way though, your future self is here to tell you that you will be successful in whatever you plan to do, especially financially. You have the finances. It doesn't matter if there's a snake staring down at you, you will find a way to beat it down, basically. You will find a way to be victorious. And then with the Queen of Wands here, well, look at you. You are shining. You are the Queen of Wands. Like, this is literal pure power and potential, and she's actualizing it. She's one of the only queens who's like, she trusts herself to the point where she can actually bring herself out there. She's the queen that is seen the most, because she wants to be seen, and she accepts being in the spotlight and being seen and all of that, you know, whatever comes with being seen. So the both the positive and the negative, basically. It's also giving me vibes of when you're putting yourself out there for the first time, don't listen to criticism within reason, but also don't expect people to support you as much. I know that sounds a bit iffy, but at the same time, it does mentally help prep you for the fact that you want to be seen, but you shouldn't give too much of your power away to other people and what they expect from you, because this is about you. So if this is about, I don't know, making your own tarot videos, putting out your own content out into the world, publishing stuff like books, articles, I don't know, cookbooks, things like that, whatever it is you're doing, you will be seen, but you need to let yourself be seen, and you need to take pride in what you actually have to offer the world, because people want to listen to you, but you need to be able to actually listen to your own self too. and again, with the Emperor and the Demon Mother, you need to take care of yourself so that you can actually take care of the projects that you want to birth into the world as well. But yeah, so just take a chance on yourself. It doesn't matter if there are naysayers behind you. You know what you're doing. Continue to do it. That's the message from your future self. You know exactly where it's leading from right now as well, from your current self as well. But your future self is here to tell you that she because the cards, but also, you know, I'm a she. But your future self is here to tell you that it's already done. It's already there. You already have it, basically. All you have to do is trust the process, and specifically yourself, because you are the what is it, the magnetic one. You are the one who's oh my god, what's it called, the predominant something dominant. It's a maths term, but I can't forget. The common denominator, that's it. Like, things happen because of you. You are the center, at the center of attention, the center of attraction, whatever you want to call it. You are the common denominator. It happens because of you. The next cards we have are from the oh my god, my favorite card deck. What is it called? The mini sexual magic tarot. And we have Queen of Cups. Okay, sweet. The Sun. Lovely stuff. And also the Eight of Wands. Again, propel yourself forwards with love and with happiness too. So whenever you feel happy to produce content, please do, because it is working in your favor. And even if you don't feel like you can produce content when you're not happy or whatever, yeah, you still can. It's a completely different vibe though. Obviously, that's going to be expected, but you still can. Like, please don't put yourself down, or I don't know, make yourself feel small for things that you're not doing, when you can actually be kinder to yourself with the Queen of Cups here, and still do the things you want to do. And for those of you that are in a bit of a depressive mode or something like that after Christmas, I don't know, in case, but for those of you that are in some type of lower mood kind of energy, it does get better. Your future self is literally here to tell you that the sun is gonna shine anyway, so you might as well wake up too, basically. Yeah, there will be a lot of communication where you're going, and a lot of fast-paced movement and energy coming and going out towards you, and you know, whatever. And that could be online, that could be in person, that could be because of whatever you're doing. Basically, what you're choosing to do, it's giving you results, and they're very positive here, and they will make you feel like you are softer and kinder to yourself. Basically, for some of you, I'm also getting the vibe that well, I don't know why I'm getting this, but some of you are starting a gym membership, or you wanna exercise more and things like that. Yeah, you can do it. You have the full heads up, full get go, whatever it's, I don't even know what it is, the green light, basically. Go and do it however you want to do it. Just do it with some kindness with yourself, basically. And kindness also means stretch. Don't just go straight into running or whatever you want to do. Stretching is incredibly important for flexibility, both in the mind and also externally in the physical reality. Next cards we have are from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, and we have the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Cute. The Queen of Cups again, and the Queen of Wands again. Sweet. Okay, I obviously didn't see these cards, but like, yeah, this is lovely stuff. Repetition, clearly meant to be, but from different decks as well. Okie dokie. There may be a project from your future self's perspective, a job offer, or there will be something here that you need to choose between, potentially. And for some of you, this just means that you will be in the spotlight because you are incredibly kind. So what you have to offer the world has something to do with self-help. Basically, it doesn't matter if it's a book or online content or whatever you want to call it, honestly. But what you have to do, what you have to offer really matters, and it will be incredibly beneficial and helpful to other people as well. So the idea here is to trust yourself enough to actually like put it out there, basically, because what I'm getting is that how you feel sometimes is like a Page of Cups, a Princess of Cups, but who you actually are is the Queen of Cups / Wands. Basically, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, apply how it applies, but you know, you embody a lot of feminine power, but like the highest form of power. Well, yeah, it's not the Empress or the High Priestess, but like from the queens and stuff, this is the highest power you can really get to, really. After that you go to the king, but that's masculine energy and stuff. But either way, what you feel like sometimes is a page, a princess, and what you actually are is a queen. So I think here it would be wise to work on either affirmations or something that sets the mood, the tone, for you to actually embody your true power, because you deserve to embody your true power, because you are incredibly inspiring to other people. But you gotta feel that way too. Like, you gotta feel like you are inspiring to yourself as well, basically. So your future self is telling you that you are seriously important. Like, you have to be seriously important if you have so much to offer the world and stuff like that. But you need to offer it to yourself first, because you come first. And literally, you've been coming across as the Demon Mother and the Emperor as well. So it's just like, you are a figure to be reckoned with. You're like the ultimate kind of power figure. So you need to let yourself feel that way and not make yourself feel like a mere princess, because you're not. I mean, you can be treated like a princess, but or a prince, I guess, but like at the get-go, you need to be responsible enough for yourself, for your mentality, and not let other people control you, basically. Whether that's emotions, finances, all of these other things, you need to be independent enough and also interdependent enough to get what you want, because it's very possible here. So stop dragging yourself down or feel, well, for some of you anyway, not all of you obviously, like it depends on where you are on the spectrum, but for those of you that come into what is it called, times of doubt, where you're not certain that what you're doing is enough, I think you're being way too hard on yourself, basically. And again, you need to soften and become a bit more kinder to yourself, because I feel like some of you are used to chaos, and you don't have to do that anymore, basically. You don't have to what is it called, try to thrive, try to live from a perspective where you are constantly bombarded with like energy, with different kinds of people, or just with negativity, basically, and then try to make the best of it. Yeah, that can work in the meantime, it's achievable, all of that jazz, but like for the long run, that really plays on your nerves and physically on your mentality as well, basically. So yeah, being kinder to yourself, surrounding yourself with people that actually care for you in a way that it's equal, so the cup is full, basically, and brimming to the top as well. Again, you can take a drink from your own medicine, basically. All of that stuff, the good stuff you're giving to other people, give it to yourself as well. What we have next is from the last cards is the normal Rider-Waite deck, and we have the Two of Swords. Oh, the Emperor, lovely stuff. Again, obviously, Ace of Swords, and Judgment in reverse. Interesting. Okay, your future self is here to tell you that you may not be making a decision, or you have a decision to make, rather, in the future that you may not have made in the present, that also you may not even make later when you do reach this future self. It could be, I don't know, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a year, it could be whenever this future self wants to decide to be present, basically, because you create your reality. So this future self can literally be in 2 minutes from when you're watching this, because again, you create the reality you seek for yourself, so you are the common denominator again. But there's a decision you need to make which you're not making. The universe will take away your right to decide if you don't decide what you're deciding to do, basically. For some of you, this is about becoming this figure that you want to be. Okay, actually, that's a different message. You are this person, you are the Emperor, and if you act small, well, you might as well not, because the universe will make sure that you freaking remain the Emperor, basically. It will take the choice away from you. So you might as well, from your own volition, start acting like the powerful figure that you are, because that would save you so much pain and also so many lessons, quite frankly, if you act, sorry, not even act, be it, because it's not faking it till you make it. I actually hate it when people say that, because you can't fake yourself into confidence. It doesn't work like that. You have to feel it. You have to actually talk to yourself as if you're already there, basically. I am, those affirmations, they work. You don't feel like they work, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you don't feel it, because they are still working, basically. Again, it's oh god, not competitive, compulsive something repetition. I forgot what it's called, and I keep saying this in every single video, but I always forget. But it's psychology. It's repetitive compulsion. That's the word. It happens because you repeat it so much that your brain has to believe it, basically. You're creating it in your current reality. But again, there's something important here that you need to do. And if you don't do, I mean, you'll still do it. It doesn't matter if you want to do it or not do it, but it will be better if you do it out of your own volition, because the universe will otherwise take the option away from you. And, or sorry, not the option. You will still do this thing, but it will take away it may take away the distractions or anything else you surround yourself with if you don't do this thing, so that you actually do this thing, basically. Whatever it is you want to do, trust yourself. You gotta do it, and you will do it. It doesn't matter what you think will happen. The thing will be done, and you will be in the spotlight, and you will actually come out on top. And you might also, I was gonna say, wreck some lives. I don't think it will be, but like, it is Mercury in retrograde, so maybe mind your language. I should probably mind my own language too as well. But you may because the Ace of Swords is an abrupt kind of realization, and when it comes to communication, it comes off abruptly as well. It comes off with power, the kind of power that's, well, necessary for an emperor, I guess, but there does need to be some kindness involved with the double Queen of Cups we had here. So whatever you are putting out into the world, make sure that whilst you're not cutting, you are still assertive, basically. So you don't need to cut anyone down to get to the top, because you're already at the top. Like, you can just keep going up. Life, that's how life works as well. You don't go down, you continuously go up. And if you do go down, it's an illusion. It's a lesson, it's an illusion, it's not the actual truth. What you're doing is continuously going in a spiral, but the spiral goes upwards. And if you want to believe it goes downwards, fine, but it's still going in one direction. And, well, you might as well believe it's up, but either way, it doesn't matter, because it's going where it needs to go. You will be at the top anyway, so you might as well start accepting that, basically. So yeah, the future version of you just wants you to know that you will be in a place of extreme power, but you need to mind that power, and you need to actually take care of yourself and the responsibility you have, because with great power again comes great responsibility, and you will be there. Some of you are already there, basically. So just mind the way you speak and the way you make decisions, because that will impact you. But I mean, there's no but, it will impact you. That's that. You can, the only thing you can do is actually choose to embody the power, or the best version of the power that you have, because obviously for every pro there is a con, but you gotta focus on the good stuff. And if there are negative stuff, I'm not excusing you or anything like that, or the hypothetical anyway, but this is about, like, taking it seriously, but also trusting yourself enough to know that what you will deliver will matter, and it will be taken with with care, or with a grain of salt. But also, what you have to offer the world, you don't necessarily have to, like, completely censor it for others to take it in and understand. You need to also understand that they have the capacity to understand, so what they take from it is up to them. It's like me talking to myself in the mirror right now. But again, yeah, what you have to offer, it matters. It is what it is, and what your audience takes from it is what they take from it. But again, yeah, that's what I have for you. So thank you for being here and to listening to these seconds of ranting, or whatever you want to call it, really. But yeah, thank you, and see you in the next one. Okie dokie. Pile 2 on the clock, so nice. What you've chosen is the Wheel of Fortune, and what your future self has to tell you is that things are working out exactly as they are meant to, so you need to stop worrying and actually accept it. For some of you, you have a sword and a flower growing from your other finger, so you may be at a crossroads, or feel like there's something you need to cut off to be able to grow something. No, they can coexist. It doesn't matter. You're still doing well. If there are people that are in your energy that don't serve you in any shape or form, and you can't get rid of them, that's fine. You can still flourish. Just don't pay them as much attention, basically. Focus your attention on things that grow, on things that you can water, basically. Well, not physically, literally, but for some of you, I guess it is literal if you have plant houses or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, but this next chapter of your life will be incredibly fruitful, but also karmic, because the Wheel of Fortune, well, it moves both ways, right? So yeah. Whatever good deed you do, it will be multiplied times 10. It will be given to you. You will receive it, basically, and you will let yourself receive it too. And if it's the negative, we'll apply that how it applies to, but I'm not gonna read too much into that part. So yeah, the next card we have is from the Bad Girl Oracle, because I haven't used it in a while, and you guys seem to love it when I do use it. So there we have it, the Mystic. I'm gonna read this one from the book, and we'll see what happens. This one doesn't have page numbers, so finding it is gonna be something else. Eek. Da, 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 da. There we go, the Mystic. In case you want to see it, but yeah, there we have it. The mystic is in touch with the divine. In fiction, the mystic may appear as a visionary or prophet who receives messages from outside the earthly realm. She may also appear as a sorceress or alchemist who can manipulate natural materials for her own ends. In any iteration, she is well versed in esoteric interests and shrouded in mystery, and can use her knowledge to better herself or provide guidance for others. When pulled upright, the mystic may signal that you're in control of some kind of information, be it good news or bad news. be it good news or bad. You may be relied on to interpret a situation, or your intuition may be all you need to guide you. She may also signal that you're on your way towards mastering your practice. Your willingness to learn and change will be essential. When pulled in reverse, the mystic may signal that you've let your skills go to your head. She may also signal that there's a piece of information you're missing, or that your preconceptions are standing in your way. Allow room for spontaneity and surprise. Upright, mastery, depth, insight, divinity, intuition, transformation. Reversed, ego, secrecy, oversight, disbelief. Okay, what I'm getting from this is that you need to trust yourself like any good mystic trusts themselves. Ay, ay, ay. But, yeah, you're in control here of what you deliver as well. And you need to trust that what you deliver will be, what's the word? Received by the people who need to receive it correctly, basically. You can't control how they receive it, but you can control how you give it, basically. So yeah, what they take from it, up to them. I literally ended the first pile's message like that, so there we have it. But again, you are the visionary or prophet who receives messages from outside the earthly realm. And then yeah, it's literally all about trusting yourself, honestly. You are on the right track, basically, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. Like, everything is lining up to actually come out exactly how it's meant to here. So you just need to accept that, basically, for some of you. So your future self is here to tell you that you can grow, whether in silence or in loud environments. It doesn't matter. You can do what you want to do, basically. But both of these figures seem to be well, okay, this one is seriously just relaxing, taking her time to enjoy whatever's happening in her life, meditating, potentially, just yeah, doing her best, and in a very relaxed manner. And then this one does have the sword, but I'm focusing on the plant here. She's also, it's not that she's relaxing, but she is minding her business and growing from well, whatever she needs to grow from, basically. But I don't know, I'm just really drawn to that flower that she's growing from her fingers. It's like you have the power, basically, to create a lot of beauty from what you're doing in general with your life. Like, you are the beauty, basically. You yourself in life are the beauty. I don't care if you're man, male, sorry, man, woman, whatever you want to identify as. But yeah, you are the beauty. You keep creating it, and now you just need to actually soften and relax into that. So your future self is telling you that it is safe for you to express yourself the way you express yourself. It's safe for you to take up space, but it's also safe for you to rest. It's that simple. Or it can be, rather. Next cards we have are from the Flon's playing cards deck, and we have the 5 of clubs, which is the 5 of wands in reverse. So letting go of burdens, dropping unnecessary conflict in your mind and also with other people. Doesn't matter, you'll be doing all of that stuff, basically. So if people want to be petty around you, you can focus on yourself, because it's not going to affect you. I mean, even if they were petty around you, it's not going to affect you. Or if you wanted to be petty, I don't think you are, though. I think you're literally just dropping the ones and being like, I've had enough of my previous limiting beliefs, if this is about you and not specific other people. And you're just going to drop the conflict, because you can. And it is easy. Queen of Diamonds here. And I remember doing the previous reading and misreading this as a Queen of, what is it called? Queen of Swords. But, like, you can see why. There's a freaking sword right behind her. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that whether this is seen as the Queen of Diamonds or the Queen of Swords, because I kind of see it as both, not gonna lie, you'll be protected, you'll be secure, because you can look after yourself too, both financially and mentally. And you definitely can take care of yourself in terms of like the language you use, but also the finances you protect yourself with, for some of you. Just be careful not to make yourself a luxurious cage that doesn't let you get out from your own mind, basically. But again, you will be dropping those kinds of mentalities, so you will be fine. And then we have the Jack of Diamonds, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, growing into a more stable version of yourself, potentially also well, yes, leaving things behind with the 5 of Wands in reverse here, but you're going forward. It might be slow, it may seem slow, but you're becoming who you're meant to be. Like, and who you're meant to be is incredibly stable, both financially, mentally, and also I guess emotionally, so not just both but times 3. It's the perfect trifecta really. But yeah, it may seem like a slow process, but you're already there. You're becoming the person you want to be basically, and you are that person, quite frankly. It's not even about becoming anymore, it's about trusting that you are. And if you have to affirm that multiple times a day, go ahead, because it is happening. Even if you don't feel like it is happening. Next cards we have are from the what is that? Sexual Magic Tarot, the little one. 6 of Cups. Okay, interesting direction. Knight of Cups. And Death. Alright, some of you, I'm sorry to say it, but you will be going for another reckoning slash Dark Night of the Soul, but it will be a bit easier. But also it's partly because you are reminiscing on the past. You're doing the self-work necessary to look into your shadows, into the past behaviors that you've had that have triggered you before, and you will be basically letting those behaviors go with here. Because even with the what is it, the Knight of Pentacles here, it just seems like it's a slow process for you, or it has been slow, but you're doing it correctly. You're checking off every single box in the list that you've made yourself, basically, to become the person you want to be, to be the person you want to be again. And what you're doing, it matters and it counts, and you can clearly rest on yourself, but also trust yourself to actually be the person you want to be, because that's what you're meant to be. I feel like I'm repeating myself like a broken record, but okay, what does your future self have to say? Yeah, you're just doing a lot of self-work, quite frankly, and it's paying off, basically. Your future self wants to tell you that it is paying off. Who you're becoming is someone who is incredibly stable, and the outer world cannot shatter or affect in any way whatsoever, basically. Like, you're literally helping yourself to such an emotional standpoint, or sorry, such an emotional security standpoint, that if someone were to literally snip your wires whilst you were listening to music or something like that, if you had headphones and they had wires, you'd literally be like, okay then, what? But you wouldn't react angrily or out of control. I mean, you can if you wanted to, because that is such a shitty thing of someone else to do. But what I'm trying to tell you is that no matter how shitty other people will try to be with you, for some that they will actually try, and for others out of ignorance, or because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, or they're just not as what is the word, aware of what their actions are and how much pain they can cause to another, it will not affect you as much as it has triggered you before, basically, because you are mastering control over your emotions and what you allow other people to see from what you experience in your internal self, basically. So even if you were oh my god, even if you were experiencing an internal turmoil that is like turbulent, it will not be seen on the outside. What people will see on the outside is you basically calm, collected, and just confident in yourself. So that's what you're creating in your reality now, this kind of confidence that nobody can wreck or rack or take away from you, because no one can. Yeah, I think you've been what is the word, or your future self is telling you that all of that work you're doing on yourself presently is working in your favor, but also all of the nostalgia you have for the past versions of yourself, they're returning. If there's a happier version of you wanted to go back to in the past, that's coming back to you, basically. But you need to let go of the things that have hurt you. You need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive other people too, basically, of things that just, they don't serve you any longer. Like, there's no need, you're no longer in the past, so there's no need for you to still fight yourself over things that have, quite frankly, spilled already. Like, it's the past, you gotta let it go at some point. I'm sorry if that seems harsh or anything like that, but at the same time, it's just like, let bygones be bygones, because sometimes counting on, I don't know, revenge or anything like that, it doesn't serve a purpose other than to continue to hurt you, basically. So there's no need to always do that to yourself. So yeah, if you're addicted, but that sounds weird, but like how I'm gonna put it is, if you are addicted to constantly working on yourself and changing yourself, you need to consider who you're changing yourself for and what version of yourself you're growing into, basically, because you have the choice here. But like, it depends on why you're doing the self-work that you're doing, because it seems like you actually love to do the self-work. For some of you this isn't going to resonate and maybe you hate it, but like it's all you know how to do now, because you're so used to continuously becoming a chameleon for yourself basically, or for other people as well, that it can get out of hand. I think you're learning to control it though, basically. So all of that stuff I said about you seeming confident in tough situations, yeah, it's coming. It's basically, that's how it's gonna be from now on. And that's what your future self has to say to you about right now as well. So yeah, you are doing the work and stuff, but like, why are you doing the work at the same time? So you need to have a clear goal and a make a clear decision on why you're doing the stuff you're doing basically. Because if it is to help yourself, yes, great, but at the same time, to what extent is it to help you, and to what extent is it to change into someone who is, well, slightly doing it out of people pleasing habits basically, or to live in the to adapt to circumstances that you're not meant to be in the first place. By that I mean living with people that don't suit you or don't serve you, or just constantly putting yourself in situations where you are doing the work but the other person isn't doing any of the work. It has to be equal basically. There has to be some kind of equity as well. But yeah, with the Knight of Cups here, you will be receiving some kinds of for some of you it will be romantic offers. For others of you it will be all of that kindness that you've poured into other people, suddenly you're going to start putting it back into yourself. It may come slow, actually it might come really fast, but you will be receptive to it basically. So you are becoming more receptive to change, but in a softer manner. I don't know if that makes any sense, to be honest. And I don't mean change because you are changing. I mean like when life hits you with things, you will accept them more gracefully, basically. The next cards we have, and you have extras from this deck, are the Mystic Mondays, and we have the King of Swords. Nice. Knowing your boundaries, standing up for yourself clearly, and also just being your true self with zero fucks to give for what other people think, basically. 36 on the clock when I said that. The Magician. 6 of Wands. And 4 of Swords. Okay, there has been a resting, or there will be a resting period here that will be incredibly successful for you. So if you are constantly doing the work or just working in general, it will be a good time for you to take a rest, because your wins are already on their way to you. And even if you were to take a rest, that's not gonna stop all of your wins from coming towards you. Basically, you've already started to let the ball roll, so just let it roll towards you again, or just let it keep rolling basically in general, because you're doing the work. She also has a ball in her hands, and here the sun is acting as a ball, but like, yeah, you're doing the work. It's successful. Even if you let go, you'll still be in a happy and safe and secure position basically. So you will be fine as you are basically. With the Magician here, you have every single tool in your toolbox, I guess, to create the reality you want to do. And now you're trusting yourself, and you're actually actualizing what you have in your mind into your reality. For some of you, this may be exercise, physical movement, all of those resolutions you made in the new year, or whatever, if you do resolutions anyway, you have the power to create them. And you will be successful, but you have to trust yourself, and you need to have strong boundaries basically with yourself and with other people, because again, there is no point in changing for other people if what they're doing for you is not the same, quite frankly. And also, you're not meant to change for other people either. You're meant to change for yourself. So having a clear line on what that means to you will be important here. So I guess journaling for some of you will be incredibly important as well, and also affirmations to affirm that you are, well, I was gonna say that bitch, but for some of you, your male, yeah, however it resonates. You know what? You are that bitch, so whatever. but yeah, take a break from unnecessary online content for some of you. If you have an addiction to the online world, there is a necessary well, it's not necessary, but it is a tiny nudge to take a break when necessary, basically. So that sounds much better, yeah. But you will be successful either way. So if you are in the public eye, even if you were to take a break from the public eye for a bit, your success will still be there. Like, if you have loyal followers, stuff like that, they're still gonna be there. I say if, I mean you do, you know, if you have content that you're putting out there, you do have loyal friends slash followers slash, you know, whatever you want to call the people who are supporting you, supporters. It's there, it's already there. you just need to have the boundaries with yourself and with other people, basically, so as not to feel like you're a burden, or I don't even know, other extra things that are just not true in a negative sense of the way, and negative sense of the word anyway. Next cards we have are from the well, the last cards we have are from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Knight of Cups again. Okay, some of you will be receiving romantic offers in the future, or from your future self. Sorry, not from your future self, but the message is that there will be some kind of romance that you may actually choose to accept, because two Knights of Cups, or there might be choices between two people who have similar characteristics. Six of Pentacles, delegating, choosing again, boundaries, doing the things that make you feel happy, but to the extent where you don't overdo it, basically. So knowing when to stop and knowing when to go, and also taking a break when necessary. Eight of Pentacles and also Two of Pentacles. Okay, there will be a lot to juggle here. Your future self, that's what the message is from your future self. There's a lot to juggle. There's a lot of Pentacles here in general as well. So again, this might actually stand for work as opposed to working on yourself. But either whatever you're doing, whether it's like working for your finances or working on yourself, on your mental self-concept kind of thing, to create a different reality for yourself in terms of like from internal frequencies and higher standing point, all of that jazz, basically. That woo stuff that is just like, oh, you need to take care of yourself and all of that jazz, but like in a more secure way, I guess, not the way I said it. But yeah, I don't know, I'm personally sick and tired of changing and doing all of this work and blah 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 blah, and then everything is so fucking slow. But maybe some of you feel that way too, basically. But the point here is your future self, what it has to say, she, he, it, they, whatever, really, is that it is paying off, basically. So even if you're not seeing the immediate fruits of your labor here, it is coming off. It is paying off. You are gonna get it. It's just the only reason it's taking time for some of you, myself included, is because you're constantly flitting between two mental states. One being the past, where maybe you don't feel confident enough in having the thing you want to have. And then the second being your new state of mind, where you are secure and you expect this thing to come to you, and it will come to you because you expect it. So yeah, if this actually has anything to do with like physical work in terms of money, you may have more options, and one option may be one that requires more of your time, but it will pay far better than the other option, and the other option may be something that you actually enjoy more, or you would rather have, because it doesn't require as much work or as many hours, basically, in terms of what you have to do time wise. So yeah, but either way, actually, good point. There might be a choice you need to make between lovers or between jobs, basically. That's what your future self has to tell you. But also between your past self and your new self, because there will be your current self right now. You might be at a crossroads where you're choosing whether or not to stay the same or to change again, kind of thing. Whatever you decide to do, honestly, you will be fine. Like, you just need to trust yourself. That's the ultimate message here, to cultivate that kind of self-security and self-trust that will skyrocket you into the prosperity you want to have, because it's still working in your favor. Like, whatever choice you make is still gonna work for you. It's just a matter of trusting it and expecting it to work, because it will. So if you doubt that it will, well, that's what's gonna happen, basically. So again, it's affirming to the point of knowing that it's coming, whatever the it refers to in your reality. So yeah, thank you for being here. That's what I have for you, and see you in the next video, or the previous ones, basically. Pile 3, you have chosen strength, and this is what it looks like, and it's super cute. And what I'm getting from this is that your future self is making peace. I was gonna say with the bad guys. That sounds really weird though. So if you were being bullied, people may be coming to apologize to you, or if people were ganging up on you, or things like that, basically, there will be apologies here. And You might make friends with unlikely people, because again, look at that massive lion and this little girl just having her arm over it, like, yep, this is it. But also the way the girl is sitting like a boy, it's to say that you're integrating your masculine and your feminine side, but also that you feel confident enough in yourself to sit however you please. I tend to sit like this on purpose on trains and things like that, just so I can take up more space than men. That sounds really weird, I know, but I'm not hyper, what's the word? I don't hate men or try to be like one, or be annoyed or be annoying like them or anything like that. It's more about the curiosity of taking up that much space, because people seem to do that without actually knowing that they're doing that. So sometimes if you sit with your legs wide open, I don't know, you just take up more space, and it doesn't matter like how old you are or what you're wearing or what. Obviously, like within reason, but like I'm just saying, be comfortable in yourself and confident and comfortable enough to do as you please, and know that you will be accepted for who you are, as you are, authentically, with zero fucks given from your side, and then fully understood from the other side, basically. The first card we have besides this obviously is from the Balgo Oracle, because you guys seem to love the cards and I haven't really used it in a while. But we have the Diva, and I am gonna read it from the notebook because I can, but also that's what I did for the previous pals. But also this book doesn't have page numbers, so I have to find it. So let's see. Oh, there we are, the Diva. Again, bad girl Oracle for the Oracle for those of you that want to know what the cards are, but continuously ask, even though I do show them. Obviously, please don't take that to heart if that's not you. So again, the Diva. The Diva has a gift from heaven that can make your life hell. In genre film, the Diva is a commanding artistic presence with an impossibly unique talent. The Diva is highly sought after and showered with praise, but can become indignant and fickle when she's not in total control of her ability. She may demand that conditions be met perfectly in order for her to perform, and storm out if she's denied. Ultimately, the Diva needs her talent to shine just as much as the people around her, and she will do what is necessary to stay in the spotlight. When pulled upright, the Diva may signal an atmosphere of appreciation for your talents, that your presence is felt. She may also signal that you've earned the right to demand more in return for what you do. Now is the time to be confident in your ability. When pulled in reverse, the Diva may signal that you're letting the details get in the way of the big picture, or stalling for fear of delivering something less than perfect. Upright, accolades, talent, confidence, glory. Reverse, the compulsion, caprice, fussiness, domination. Okie dokie. What I'm getting from this is, again, stand your ground, or sit in your ground, do it confidently, actually trust yourself, but also just do the things you want to do, because they will be appreciated, they will be seen, you will be in the spotlight anyway, so do as you please, within reason obviously, and just be yourself. That's what's expected of you. That's what your future self is telling you to do. Like, you yourself, that's your most important asset slash weapon. For some of you, your body is your biggest weapon, basically, so use it wisely in terms of dancing, singing, just, you know, stuff like that. You are the powerful person that you want to be already, and now it's about letting yourself be seen for that power that you possess, basically. But yeah, also, if you feel like you're not consistent enough in what you are doing, let yourself do that thing, and don't focus on perfection and other things that prevent you from doing the thing you want to do. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I don't post sometimes I don't feel like I can post enough tarot videos in general, because I don't know, for whatever reason, self-limiting beliefs, it doesn't feel like the right time, or it's not perfect, or the conditions aren't perfect, stuff like that. You gotta do it anyway. Oh, I gotta do it anyway. But like, the thing you want to do, that you're just like, oh, it has to be perfect, otherwise I can't deliver it. No, people will understand what you have to deliver anyway, so just remind yourself that people are literally here to support you, quite frankly, but also you are supporting them by actually doing the thing you want to do, because they want to hear it. Like, if it is to do with tarot videos, like, guidance is necessary, but like, at the same time, if it's something to do with like singing or things like that, you're literally helping people relax. If it is singing, or whatever the thing is, as much as you think that you are in the spotlight, well, me literally in the spotlight right now, what you're doing is helping other people too, basically. Like, it serves a purpose. It's not just for you. The byproduct of what you're doing is that it has purpose for other people's lives as well, basically. So whilst you think it's maybe one of one or one-on-one or whatever it is, it's actually, it serves multiple purposes. It's necessary, the way it is. So you gotta do it even if you feel like you're not confident enough or the conditions are imperfect, without storming out, basically, and being like, I can't do it because whatever, insert negative belief here, kind of thing. You can. You just need to let yourself. Next cards we have are from the Flon's playing cards deck, and we have the Ten of Cups, which is super cute. Tarzan vibes. Two of Cups. Oh. And then the King of Wands, which is, I believe, King of Clubs in this one. But yeah, okay, interesting. For some of you, your future self is here to tell you that you will be getting in a relationship with someone who is incredibly confident and potentially also in the spotlight too, because the King of Wands gives me well, you know, confident energy, but also the most seen king in the deck. It's one of those kings, he is one of those kings who is just incredibly out there. If he was given the power to just stand and do whatever the fuck he wanted to, he would. But he's just the king, so he has to sit in his place. But this is someone who enjoys the spotlight, who enjoys the romance, who enjoys romancing people, who is very confident in himself, and who's very happy to just enjoy the fruits of his own labor, but also enjoy the frivolity or the love, the affection, you know, things that people give to someone else, like gifts as well, I guess. He's very capable of accepting it and also reveling in it and enjoying it, quite frankly. So you may be getting with someone who embodies the kind of characteristics that are just incredibly receptive to pleasure, to happiness, to being in the spotlight, basically. Oh, if this is you, you are becoming more confident in yourself, and you are actually, you know, presenting yourself in a way that feels good to you, but also it looks confident to other people because you actually physically feel it. Because there is no one like you. You have the unique talents. The diva is about having unique talents. The King of Wands, yeah, he's fucking unique. He's literally one of the kings who would do... I wouldn't say anything for attention, but he does thrive off of attention. So he will do silly things if it meant that he will get the attention from the specific audience he seeks it. If that's a lady or another king, I don't know, whatever, it will be done. But yeah, for some of you, you do seek attention, not in a negative way. I mean, we all do anyway, but you know, you gotta accept that if you seek attention, you will receive it. It's common sense, really, but at the same time, it shouldn't be something that you are shamed for, basically, because absolutely every single person needs attention. But again, attention and love are two completely different things, but you will be getting both, basically. So accept it, because it's coming for you anyway. Or that's the message I'm getting here from your future self. You might as well be on board, because it's coming for you anyway. The next cards we have are from the mini sexual tarot deck, and we have the Tower. Again, it's coming for you anyway, so you might as well accept it, because otherwise, if it is forced upon you, the attention, the fame, the just being in the spotlight kind of thing, well, you may not enjoy it as much, but like, that's what's coming. So acceptance is key, basically. But for those of you that have a problem with being seen online, or a problem with being seen and actually being receptive to what other people have to offer you, because you are you and you feel like you shouldn't be seen, or you shouldn't be... If your self-concept doesn't allow for you to be seen, now is the time to work on your self-concept, basically, because in the future, very soon, you will be incredibly pivotal in other people's awakenings, basically. Or whatever you do with your talents, it will be seen. It's necessary. It has to be out into the world, basically. You can't keep it to yourself. You can't keep it hidden. There's no need for you to keep it hidden. But if you can't accept fame or being seen, you have to work on that, because why are you secluding yourself, basically? Eight of Pentacles and also Justice. Yeah, justice is coming. You will be seen whether you want to or not. This is again a pivotal time as well, so you may as well accept it before it turns your life upside down. because it can, but sometimes that's also necessary for you to actually accept it, because it makes you feel like you have to open up finally, basically crack open like an amethyst rock or some other precious gem crystal thing. But with the Eight of Pentacles, it is gonna take some work. So if you do have problems with being seen, it will take work. Like, you will have to work on that. For some others of you, if you don't have problems with being seen and you actually really love that, and you really like enjoy being seen, but for whatever reason it's not coming to you, it's because you have limiting beliefs on why you are not seen. So I feel like some of you will have had childhoods where maybe you were neglected or abandoned, or what else is there, made to feel guilty because you wanted to take up space, but people, for whatever reason, some dumbass idiot decided to be like, actually no, I'm gonna take the space away from you and I'm gonna humiliate you, what the fuck ever, and all of that jazz. So for some of you, you do want to be seen, but there's something inside you that's preventing you from being seen, and you need to look at that. You need to look and find that thing within you, and not squish it, but give it, well, squish it in a hug. That's how I'm gonna say it. Not squish it like a cockroach, although there's nothing wrong with cockroaches, they're actually quite cool. And they can live up to 2 weeks without a head, so there we go. But the point is, if there's something preventing you from having the what you want to have, you need to look within, because you can fix that. It is fixable. Fixing is the wrong word here, because everything, you know, it's malleable. Basically, it change happens regardless, basically, so it will be fixed in that sense of the word. But yeah, there will be work here to be done for you to actually accept what you're being given. Like, look at this, even in the imagery itself, the man is just going over her leg with a rose, and she just kind of looks like she's done, like she doesn't want to be there, or like she's somewhere deep in her head. I mean, she's drinking coffee, but like she's deep in her mind and she's not really appreciating the efforts that he is going to romance her. And again, with the king of wands here, what you are attracting, I don't care if you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as, basically, what you are attracting is someone who wants to romance you, and you need to let that happen. So if it's not about work, if it's not about being seen in terms of like fame and internet fame and all of that jazz, it's about like day-to-day activities with other people, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open. And there's a difference between open and vulnerable. Open is when you've already worked something out inside yourself and you can communicate freely about it, and it might make other people uncomfortable because they haven't been through the same situation, but you're open in terms of how you communicate about it, because you're so used to it, it doesn't bother you anymore. Vulnerability, on the other hand, is when you haven't worked this out inside yourself yet, and now you're starting to communicate it in front of other people, but you don't know how to word it, like you're still working out through it. That's what vulnerability is. And you will have to be open and vulnerable with the people who are right for you, basically, and the right people are entering your life, quite frankly. So yeah, there will be some kind of connection here that's either, if you are with someone right now, it will either, well, for some of you, you'll either break up and enter into a new romantic union later. I just gotta put it out there. But for others of you, if it's a healthy relationship you are in already, it will be the relationship that, you know, grows into far more, and you become closer. But to become closer, you need to be vulnerable. And the Two of Cups itself suggests vulnerability, because it is about making choices, but it's about making choices in a happy union. And a happy union is filled with communication. And I don't mean talking for the sake of talking. I mean communication in the sense that you are talking, you are listened to, you are understood, and things are implemented to actually, if there is a fight or something like that, it can be softly and relatively fast, I guess, solved easily at the very least. And then you can actually return to your peaceful selves, basically. So yeah, what you're attracting is some kind of romance that will be, whether it's from yourself or with other people, it will be very beneficial to how you're portrayed, and how you portray yourself to the world, but also what you allow yourself to receive from the world. And that's like kindness, opportunities, love, affection, warmth, security as well. So yeah. Okay, let me see what else there is. But again, going back to the first card that we have here, this is about security as well. This is about letting yourself feel secure in your own body. For some of you, you'll be taking up more space in terms of exercise, and also, I don't know, starting new courses, classes, in terms of like how to become stronger, Pilates, yoga, things like that, that make your mind feel at peace, but also that make you feel flexible in terms of like your physical flexibility, but also your mind. 58 on the clock when I said that. So yeah, if it's not romance, although for some of you I really do think it is romance, your future self is here to tell you that you will feel aligned with what your purpose is, and you will take up more space. And the world, the universe will, or God, whatever you believe in, will make sure that you feel like you can. With the Tower here, it doesn't have to happen harshly or anything like that, but if you are really resistant to you know, to becoming your true self, and to feeling powerful, and to feeling like you matter, the universe will show you. And for that to happen, it will take away people that do not serve you in any shape or form whatsoever, or habits that you've employed to keep yourself small, hidden, whatever. But you will be seen, and if you don't want to be seen by other people yet, that's fine, because at least you need to see yourself fully and actually embrace yourself wholly. Basically, that's the message from your future self. The next cards we have are from the Mystic Mondays tarot, and the first one is the Devil, and this is my absolute favorite devil in absolutely any tarot deck, I believe, anyway, because look at it, it's so beautiful. It's amazing. Like the Devil, the stairs leading up to her mind, perfection. Like it literally just suggests that the devil is in your mind. Like the devil's in the details, yes, but also the devil is what you create in your mind. It's overthinking, if that's what you wanted to make it anyway. But yeah, it's just such a gorgeous card. Anyways, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. You have the power to create a lot in your reality, but it starts with the mind first. So you need to accept yourself, you need to let your power in. And I don't mean negative habits, because obviously the devil can be read as a negative thing, but I think you need to appreciate yourself from your also your negative sides, your shadow self, all of that jazz. You gotta integrate it. The whole you is necessary, not just your good parts, not just your some mediocre parts, not just your negative parts. The whole you, everything that you do matters. No one else has a combination that you do, that the way you do things. So even if you were to compare yourself to someone who did something better than you in a specific field, why does that matter when you can do something better in a different field? They can't even do that thing that you are doing in a different field. You have to look at it with levels attached, because if you're only comparing it on one thing, then of course you're gonna feel shit or better for yourself. But if you're comparing it on different kinds of levels as well, then you'll realize that you are one of one, and the other person is also one of one. So you actually stop comparing yourself to other people that way, because there's no need. But yeah, for some of you, you'll be dropping a lot of burdens, a lot of habits that don't serve you, and the universe will make sure that you drop these habits, basically. So if there's anything in your reality that you are fully aware is not good for you, it will be dropped, basically. And it will be dropped with pizzazz, with the Ace of Wands here. I don't know, that's the vibe it's giving me. But also with the Tower, it just says, I'ma do it for me, and you can watch, basically. And I'll actually revel in the way you're watching me do my own thing, basically. So I think some of you specifically will be the ones who actually become more attractive, more confident, because you let yourself be more attractive and more confident. And I don't mean attractive in the sense that you'll be beautifying yourself. Yes, that's one part of it, but the bigger part is internally. You will feel attractive, and that energy is going to emanate outwards. That's where attraction starts. It's not from physical beauty. Physical beauty, it's just physical beauty. That's what it is. But like at the same time, you grow it from within you. If you are seriously fucking gorgeous, but your mindset is trash, you are going to start looking up and turning up as trash in someone else's reality as well. I'm sorry, it just had to be said. Like, if someone is seriously beautiful but they cannot accept compliments, and they constantly like, oh, I hate myself though, my nose is ugly, or my eyes are this, and my what is it, I don't even know, It's just like, well, yeah, other people are gonna start thinking that. For one, oh my god, the first time they hear it, they're gonna be like, no, that's actually not true. Like, you're literally amazing in terms of physical beauty and things like that. And then the next time they're gonna be like, actually, you know what? I'm starting to see all of their imperfections, and you know what? They're actually quite ugly for who they are now. People will literally not want to be in your energy. So again, it's not about physical beauty and whether or not you find yourself sexy. I don't care if you do. You are. It starts from the mind. Sorry, that was a massive rant over there, but here we are. Listen to those intrusive thoughts. Sometimes, if they are actually good, implement them. Because sometimes you think, but you don't do. And now it's time to do. And stopping yourself from thinking about doing things that actually serve your purpose. The devil isn't a bad card, but you need to let yourself see yourself holy, and then actually implement all of those things you're thinking, or the positive ones anyway, but you know, not positive, but doing the things that you know will be beneficial to you without hurting other people in the process, because you don't need to hurt other people in the process. You don't need to bring other people down to bring yourself up. You don't need to turn off one candle wick to light another candle. Like, you can literally, one candle is lit and you helping the other candle by lighting it from that candle, does it stop the other one's flame? No, it doesn't. Both can shine at the same time. Both can glow and fire up and stuff. So yeah, there is a lot of fire energy in this pile actually, because we have the King of Wands, the a lot of wands in general, but also strength itself, and also the Two of Cups with the lion here. Some of you may have Leo placements, and this is gonna sound weird, but 5, which is the house of Leo, in astrology 5 is one of the most erotic degrees ever. So have that, Scorpio. Leo's more sexual than you are. Sorry. But some of you need to embrace your sexual side more often, quite frankly. And I feel like if you do, you will be able to see more differences and more changes in your reality, basically, because some of you have been shaming yourself into becoming smaller, and some of that shaming does start with like the sexual part of you. Like, you have to accept that sex is part of, or sexual parts of you are part of you, you know. You have to please yourself. You just have to. There's no way around it, because how is someone else going to be able to please you if you don't know how to please yourself? I mean that in literal terms, but also in the sexual way. So yeah, take it how it resonates, basically. But again, some of you are manifesting romance into your life, so that may also be important in that sense. I.e., if you don't know how to come, and then you gotta learn on your own first, and then it'll happen with another person or whatever. But I don't know, it had to be said. But yeah, last cards we have are from the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we have the Two of Wands, another 2. So 2 to 2 may be important for you. Queen of Cups, okay. Ace of Wands, another one here, again with the sexual stuff, but I'll get into that in a bit. And then the Four of Swords. Alright, cool. What I'm getting from this is that this is gonna sound weird again, but let those intrusive thoughts win sometimes, because what your intrusive thoughts are there for, to tell you that, well, not the positive ones, but sometimes you feel reckless in your mind, basically, because you think weird things, but sometimes you gotta do those weird things because it will actually allow you to be more of your true self. Actually, maybe the thoughts you have aren't even intrusive, but they've become intrusive because you have made them intrusive because you don't pay attention to them. If there is something in yourself that you continuously stuff down, whether that's your talents from being seen in the outer world, or anything that you're stuffing down emotionally, or you know, whatever, however you're stuffing it down, and it just wants out, you gotta let it out. It will pay off if you let it out, because you will feel more at peace and you will just have release. That sounded sexual as well there, that too, but for some of you gotta let it out. It's creativity, like in any sense of the word, creative, where creativity is involved. So like music, drawing, art, I don't know, whatever you're writing, whatever you're doing, you need to release it. If it's not out into the world, you need to at least release it from yourself, and write it down. I don't know, pen to paper, like physically release it out of you. For some of you, this could be anger, and if it is anger or anything like that, I mean, screaming might help. I don't I don't know. But yeah, just imagine someone going out there hiking and on a cliff just screaming their lungs out because they want to. But therapy could be a possibility here as well. I don't know, just doing things that benefit you, that actually make you feel free and happy. Your future self has to say that you're on the right track with the Two of Wands here. You may also have travel plans, and maybe that's where you meet this connection thing, the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups as well. But yeah, have the strength and the trust to exercise what you want to do in real life without stopping yourself from doing it, basically, because it will pay off. You are becoming someone who is incredibly emotionally secure within yourself, and you're attracting that too, basically. And that's all I have for you now, because I have chatted enough. Thank you for being here. If you want to see more, I have more videos out, but also see you in the next one or the previous one or whatever. But see you in the next one. Nice.